Record. All right, let's see if I got this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Member Spotlight. I am Jen Coito, and today I have the very lovely Pam Rodriguez. Pam is based out of Sacramento. Her company is Fulfilled Finances. Pam has been a member of AFE for about 2 years, and I'm super happy to be talking to you today.
Thanks so much, Jen. Yeah, I love AFE and everybody that I've gotten to know there. So I'm excited.
Well, obviously you're a busy lady. You have a little under 1-year-old and still doing all the things. So I'm going to keep this short today, but we were just first time I've gotten to meet Pam. Obviously, I've heard nothing but great things about you. And you were saying some really, I guess, powerful to me things off camera really quickly in our intro chat about how AFE fits into your marketing.
Yeah.
And you were talking about not so much, you're not really looking at it as I'm going to walk out of, that meeting or that workshop with 20 clients. So can you just back up and tell our viewers exactly what you were saying to me?
Well, thank you. And again, thanks for having me. So for me, obviously not very intimidating of an advisor. I'm younger and I'm a woman. And so I know that those things are definitely strengths for me, but also could be looked at as weaknesses from the beginning, or, for somebody looking at you as a blank canvas. So for me, when I created my company, I knew that I wanted to get my name out there and I wanted to have credibility. I also am very passionate about retirement plans. So retirement plans, usually you have to kind of have spoken at credible places to be able to win a plan. And so I really have, I guess, a longer term vision when it comes to, okay, well, how could I ramp up my credibility and my name in the marketplace? And so for me, when I found out about AFE and I spoke to Brian, that was a no-brainer. I could hire somebody to go and pitch me to 20 companies in one day and potentially not get anyone for a month, or I can use and leverage AFE to get me in front of the right people. And so for me, that's kind of how I thought about it. And, that was my strategy from the beginning, and it worked really well. Not that you asked, but like one of the people that they connected me with, me being in Sacramento, the capital of California, was not Cal Savers, the retirement plan for California employees. And so it's called Savings Plus. And so that led to them offering me to do satellite, webinars and things like that. And so when you kind of just think of the impact that it's had, it's crazy, because then you can leverage that and grow your business, not just one person at a time, but, for me, like a retirement plan at a time.
Right. It's funny. I've talked to so many advisors and no one has ever mentioned that as one of the benefits, like that. Oh, just so you know, I've been into X company and this group and this, federal institution. Like, oh, okay, she's kind of legit. Like, that's a great point that nobody has brought up. So I'm glad you're using it that way. Didn't ask you this before, but I'm curious because of the way you were speaking. Like, do you ever use AFE on your own as a leveraging point? Like if you're doing your own outreach or reaching out to existing clients and saying, hey, I just wanted to let you know, now I'm with this, nonprofit that partners with the government. Do you ever utilize that, or is that not really part of your
I do, in the sense that, for instance, when somebody asks me, okay, so I'm the resident AARP Social Security presenter. And the way that happened was I pitched myself to the director and I just said, yeah, I do this for this nonprofit called AFE, and they have, gotten me in front of this company, that company, et cetera. So I leverage the heck out of everything, I just and so that's really worked, which again, then those Social Security presentations get me in front of more people and continue to get my name out there. I'm not saying it's the strategy for everybody, because of course, yeah, your time is money and you're not just going to be going around giving free presentations, but I, again, see it as a long-term strategy, and it's paid off really well for me. I don't have a shortage of clients, so I'm really happy, and it's what I can handle right now with my baby.
Yeah, yeah. All great points. Is there anything about the program that you wish you knew going into it that maybe came as a surprise? Or, I've had folks saying, oh, I didn't realize I was going to have to schedule the workshops. And I'm over here going, okay, this is just for my information. I need to make sure that I'm making it really clear what the program is and what it isn't, so
Yeah.
it's okay. I mean, if there's something you're like, I didn't really know that, or it's okay if there's not
Well,
an
I mean,
answer.
honestly, I guess my advantage was that I came from the retirement world. So at least for the previous like 2 years that I started the company. And so I just did this kind of for a living. I went and did presentations, 401k presentations, etc. And
Prior
so
to AFE, is that what
yes,
you're saying? Oh, okay.
prior to AFE, yeah. And so I just knew that, yeah, when I worked for a company, there was a scheduler. There was somebody that would, but when you're a business owner, you're the scheduler or your assistant's the scheduler. You're in charge of printing your materials and taking it with you. You're in charge of communicating with the HR director, following up. So I think it might have been maybe something I already assumed to be how it had to be.
Right.
Nothing was presented a way that wasn't what I found it to be. Does that I was not surprised in a negative way. I think I was surprised in a positive way when I got in front of a really good companies,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's an amazing answer. I'm happy to hear it. And I'm not trying to lead the witness in any way. Like I said, it's there, if you haven't done educational outreach, I spend all day long on the phone talking to potential members, and I'm always telling them, I need you to understand how this program works. And it is education first, and it is a relationship based model. And, if you blaze in there, I always say, like, fly in your broker dealer flag, you're going to scare the hell out of people. Like you are there, by the time you go into these meetings, all this point of contact is heard is AFE, AFE, AFE. So when, advisors come in and they want their own company branded materials, and they hand their company business card, I always feel like the business owner, the HR person is like, I thought you were with AFE. I'm super confused. So,
And to that, I mean, you guys are really good at giving pointers. I was told like, oh, take some chocolate with you, staple your business card to a little Snickers bar. I mean, like, you just have to get creative. And, when it comes to the branding, I actually think it's nice to have the AFE brand so that you can diffuse any kind of, salesy pitch or anything like that. And people get to know you, and at the same time, it's like when you're giving a presentation, your presentation should speak for itself, and people should be able to see that you know what you're talking about, you're confident, you're there to help, you're not getting paid for it. And so that, I think, creates that trust that you need to be able to then have somebody turn around and say, oh my gosh, like, maybe I didn't know I needed to talk to you, but I would love to schedule an appointment with you.
Yeah.
So, of course, you have to be proactive to schedule 10 meetings, but,
Right.
for the most part, I think your presentation should do most of the work for you.
Okay. And last question, and then I'll let you go. I've had advisors say to me, we don't ever say complimentary consultation. That sounds salesy. I've had other guys that say, yeah, that's what I say. You want a complimentary consultation? Here's my card. Do you have any thoughts on, converting attendees to those one-on-ones that everybody wants?
Yeah, I think, well, so one thing, and I don't know if this is common knowledge, I hope I'm not putting out, but I always ask to create my own presentations. And so I've been told, as long as you have the AFE logo, and, that's okay. And so when you get
We like to see them just to make sure that
yeah,
there's
the
no
pre-approval,
product.
like, you get the pre-approval, and
Yep.
then, you can use your own presentation as far as like what you want to talk about. And so I kind of use that as my strategy to, if I want to have a conversation with somebody about Social Security or retirement, I make it, well, how to find out how much you need. This is the equation. Well, no one's going to sit there and do the math. It's like, they're not going to try to figure out how much of their Social Security they're going to have to pay taxes on. So they're always going to, my pitch after that is, if you want to know your specific numbers, go ahead and sign up for a consultation. I always say introductory call or introductory conversation. So yeah, I don't think that's salesy, and I think that your character kind of speaks for you. I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
Like if
Well, you're
you're
offering them
salesy
a
and like,
value.
yeah, if you're being like, sign up here and I need your number, and nobody, feels comfortable, then they're going to think you're salesy. But if you're there to genuinely help, people can tell. So, no, I don't think I've ever had a problem with that.
Awesome. Well, I certainly can see why you're so successful and why AFE has worked so well for you. You are exactly the type of advisor we like, with the approach we like. And so we're happy to have you. I really appreciate your time today. I know this will help other potential members kind of get a feel for what it looks like on the inside. And I thank you again.
Oh, thank you so much. It was great doing this. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God, here I go again. I always do this. We start chatting off camera and you say something so good that I need to record again. You just said.
Yeah, so no, I was sharing with you that, when I speak to people and I tell them that AFE honestly is so much better than any other program I've tried, because I've tried Dave Ramsey, I've tried, the advisor surveys that they have, I've tried the SmartAsset, I've been pitched on other programs, and it's like, why would I pay $1,000 a month to then compete for, a client against 5 other advisors? Half the time it's like under 50K of assets. And I'm not saying that that's what matters, but if you're truly trying to figure out how much your ROI would be, I mean, even just your time, like I can't go drive to somebody for an hour and then have a conversation and they only have $10,000. Like that's not even worth it for me, not on a, just on a time spectrum.
Right.
So anyway, I think that if anybody is thinking or has considered those other, services, or even White Glove, don't even get me started on White Glove. White Glove is like a ripoff. So anyway, I don't know if it's because you guys are a nonprofit or whatever it is, but I think you're the best, service out there for people that want to get in front of potential clients. Nothing is guaranteed, but again, nothing is guaranteed with a lead that you're competing with 5 other advisors for. So hope that helps.
Okay, mic drop. Boom. We're done there. Okay, thank you.